Welcome to segment 15. I'm Chris Perkins, your DM.
Nice.
Yeah, these are adding up.
You were the only one harmed, so they get over it quickly, I'm sure. All right. Now you can
The Tomb of the Orc Slayer is a good example of a complex showpiece encounter. And surprisingly straightforward. There are several elements. There's the sarcophagus in the middle of the magic circle, the claw-shaped treasure urns that flank it, the cold clouds that float around the room. But there's no immediate danger, which gives the characters time to inspect everything, to scope things out, to look at the bones that are embedded in the walls, maybe to go over the fissure to see what might be making that flapping noise they heard. In actual fact, there are 3 threats.
So you can scratch them out, you can fill them in, you can do other things to them, but probably don't cross them just yet. That being said, I'm going to take some of the gold.
Okay. When you scoop out the gold,
There's the magic circle,
you hear a cracking. You hear this sort of weird crackling.
the fissure-like cracks,
And it's then that you
And-
realize that the bones in the walls are dislodging
the bones in the
themselves.
walls.
Put the gold back.
Too late.
Puts a candle back.
Monterey Jack saw some cheese, and now we're all...
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody can roll initiative.
I like the fact that as soon as I say, when you scoop out the gold,
Well played.
and suddenly all the other players know that they're in deep shit.
It said, don't pull.
Somebody's got to be.
The orc skeletons were perfect for this encounter. The characters are in the Tomb of the Orc Slayer, who is a dwarven hero. It's not beyond the realm of reason that the tomb builders would adorn the tomb with bones of the Orc Slayer's victims,
13.
fallen enemies, and turn them into guardians. So I thought, wouldn't it be cool to have a bunch of orc skeletons dislodge themselves from the walls to defend the tomb of the dwarf champion who killed them?
This is what we came here for.
And the orc skeleton mini just looks phenomenally cool. And I had a whole pile of them.
Probably really weak.
What if they're just like valets
They're very friendly.
who
Can we
want?
ask if they're friendly? Before we
valets.
go smashing everybody to pieces.
Let us help you carry that gold, adventurer.
We have come to live.
Pardon me, adventurers, would you like some Grey Poupon?
Taken down by the Orc Slayer.
We do all have diplomacy.
11 orc
That'd
skeletons
be a
rip
bluff.
themselves out of the walls, assemble kind of in. They sort of fall out in heaps and then kind of assemble where they stand.
And this is the first encounter featuring minions, which are a unique kind of monster that...
It's a bluff on my initiative.
Minions are monsters with glass jaws. They go down with one hit. But boy are they fun because you can put bunches of them on the battle map.
Attack him on my way to attack this guy.
Yeah.
Which is what that does.
Minions sort of capture the cinematic feel that you want in a D&D session,
that all I do?
with characters just sort of mowing them down.
Anything else
Get
in
a
there?
+2 to my...
Right.
And in short order, I'm actually going to explain to the players what a minion is. When I put the orc skeletons out on the board, I didn't call them minions right away because I wanted the reveal that they're minions to come
Save that till when they're
in-game.
Okay, I'm just going to turn...
Oftentimes, generally speaking, it's preferable for a DM not to, or for a DM to be as transparent as possible about what the characters are facing. But there are times when it's dramatically interesting to keep some things
I don't even know if I'm gonna mark them. Yeah,
a secret, at least for now.
I think that's...
It never hurts to mark the guy. That way, if
Right,
anybody else.
Because I can use that as many times
Yeah.
as I want.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I'll mark this guy.
Okay.
I'm going to swing my
I'll talk a little bit more about
with nary a word.
what it means to be transparent as a DM in a few minutes.
Hi, fellas. Welcome to the...
17.
17. Let me get my shit together here. All right.
Here you get to see
17
me
is a hit. When you hit him, he explodes.
looking at the monster manual.
I will tell you now.
I believe I was using the statistics for the decrepit skeleton in the monster manual.
And minions are one-hit guys. They go down as soon as you hit him at all. These do seem to be minions.
So any hit will.
Any hit which does damage will take one down.
In other words, free gold.
I'm going to yell to Jaundice that maybe he should work on the runes. But that's just a suggestion. While I'm going to yell a suggestion. Us bigger boys tear through these minions.
Far be it for Zeb to tell Dan what to do.
All right.
I'm just making a suggestion verbally.
Don't worry, Jaundice. I've got this all under control. You do the circle thing. I'll take care of all the skeletons.
Next we have Jaundice, as it happens.
Okay.
I admire Renrock's confidence.
So reminding everyone that.
And Zeb's, given his roles have been sketchy at best.
I step lively toward the rune. 3 spaces there. And
All right, it looks like Jaundice might forego battle once again in favor of dinking with the magic circle.
to take a look at it and use, whatever knowledge I can of how I might either discern exactly what this does or avoid triggering it.
Okay. You think that, first make an Arcana check, just to suss out the situation. Not a hard one.
Okay, it's 14.
We're about to, or I am about to reveal to the players that the magic circle is part of a skill challenge.
Sort of among the many ruins on here that sort of tell you what it is, and then there are other ruins.
I had always envisioned that in order to get to the sarcophagus, they would have to disable the magic circle around it in some fashion, and that would be handled as a skill challenge, either as one that they could do during combat, or one that they could basically wait to do after combat was over.
It's also a defensive circle. You think that this entire area could spring up with some kind of magical energy protecting the sarcophagus if somebody tries to get too close to it.
Okay, so there's an offensive summon and a defensive shield of sorts.
The circle had two functions. One was to create a magical barrier around the sarcophagus that would damage you if you crossed it, and then also if you crossed it without first disabling it, it would summon a monster nearby to attack, and we'll see that later in the game.
Part of a skill challenge.
Oh, I may have just given away the fact that they did not succeed at the skill challenge.
Skill successes.
Okay.
But if you get 3 failures, then it's game over, man.
So pretend you didn't hear that.
Okay.
It means that you might set it off accidentally.
Okay, understood.
Just so you know.
This is the first time I actually get to explain the rules of skill challenges to the players,
Prayer to my deity, Kazith.
You are not the only one who can participate.
and they get it instantly.
You also think that somebody with a good history check could also ascertain which ruins are the
Students
correct
of
ones.
history and arcana, join me in my task.
Thievery could also be used to,
Zero.
to disfigure a ruin.
-1.
If you have thievery, you can try to disfigure some of them.
As I mentioned before, skill challenges, the best skill challenges can be solved by multiple means.
You're essentially, that's it. You have to either disable or magically deactivate.
Here you can use history,
before you actually
thievery, or arcana. And as a general rule as a DM, I always leave it open for players to propose other uses for other skills as well,
5, but then no one is protecting your flank.
provided it's not too ludicrous. Doing somersaults around the edge of the magic circle and making an astonishing acrobatics check will not help you at all in this skill challenge. And I'm kind of sad that one of them didn't propose it.